The Noob is a particularly unique specimen in the world of Fortnite. With their cutting-edge 1x1 speed, or how about their most ferocious move, the sideways crouch turn. Oh, look how dangerous this one is. It's like the ultimate poker face. This noob could do anything at any minute in time. Anything. Is he a bot? Is he God? The world may never know. While some noobs aren't really that predictable, we here at Top 5 Gaming have boiled down the recipe of the noob and found the 5 most commonly used tactics so that you too can proceed with caution when approaching such wild creatures in the open. If you like this video and subscribe to Top 5 Gaming, you'll instantly become better at Fortnite Battle Royale. And if you don't do those things, well, you'll just get killed by a noob then, in a 1x1 at the next possible inconvenience. That is not a risk you want to take, my friend. Let's get into our list of the top 5 things that noobs do in Fortnite Battle Royale. Number 5, building using only stairs, then dying from someone shooting those stairs out. Stairs are a pretty useful thing to build. They give you a bit of cover, they let you peek people, and let you gain height on an enemy. In fact, stairs are probably the most versatile and useful building item that there is in Fortnite Battle Royale. However, stairs by themselves aren't exactly very strong, especially if you're building them fast and in a panic with an enemy shooting at you the entire time. Stairs, like every other building in the game, increases its health over time, so if you're just throwing down stairs, then they're going to be super weak at first. Meaning you could just get shot straight out of the sky and fall to your death. But don't worry, there are ways to avoid getting your stairs shot out by a trigger-happy enemy. The easiest thing to help protect your stairs is to build 2 staircases right next to each other at once. If one side is shot out, then the other side will be connecting the rest of your structure to the ground, meaning it won't just fall apart and you won't just fall to your death. Obviously, this is still a pretty risky move, and you could still get shot down, so really the best thing to do is build walls in front of every staircase. This way, you basically have a shield blocking your stairs from getting damaged, meaning they'll at least last just that little bit longer. And if you combine the wall strat with the double stair strat, then you'll find yourself falling to the ground like a rock much less often. Number 4, trying to fly or go to the island not knowing that you just can't get there. When you first spawn into the game of Fortnite Battle Royale, you'll be dropped into a tiny island to wait for everyone to spawn in. This little island is known as Spawn Island, and it has been the mistake of many to try and return to the Spawn Island after the game begins. Now, I can understand why you might want to do that. I mean, there was a pretty similar strategy in PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and in that game, you would drop down close to the shore and then speed over in a boat to get some easy and uncontested loot. Seems like a pretty safe idea, right? I mean, who else would be crazy enough to go that far out of the way? It should just be free loot, as much free loot as you can handle. The thing is, in Fortnite, it's not like PUBG, you simply can't get to the Spawn Island. You can pretty easily reach the island if you jump out of the battle bus at the right time and glide over there, only you won't actually be able to land. There's a giant invisible barrier stopping you from moving close enough to actually touch down on the Spawn Island, instead sending you down into the ocean to be killed by the death barrier. You can't build over there either because there is a build barrier similar to the maximum build height that just stops you from going any further. Recently, with the assistance of the shopping cart and some pretty smart building, someone has actually been able to get to the Spawn Island, but then they couldn't get out again because there was just no way to be able to build out of it. Basically, trying to go to the Spawn Island means death or disappointment, and sometimes both.
Alright, bro. All you have to do is build all the way to that island, and you can get, there's like tons of chests there, scars, RPGs, girls. Dude, you like girls, right?
The other day, I was playing Fortnite, and my friend stole a scar, and it was when the update didn't happen, so I murdered everyone in my squad.
Do you know that thing I was talking about where I said there's loot and chests and scars and RPGs?
Yeah?
I was lying.
No!
Hey, why are you running back?
No! Why are you doing
Number 3, dying to the storm trying to loot or not knowing where the storm is. There's one thing that's more important than building and shooting in Fortnite Battle Royale, which is a pretty crazy thing to even say considering the game's main gimmicks are shooting people and building. timing. You need to learn how long it takes you to get from pretty much anywhere on the map to anywhere on the map. Because if you don't know how to estimate those times, there's a pretty high chance that you're going to get caught out by the storm pretty often. Obviously, you want to be able to loot chests and weapons to get the best loadouts that you possibly can, but you also need to know when to get out of an area and run to the storm to actually survive the rest of the game. You don't just need to pay attention to your timing, though, you also need to pay attention to the storm itself. One of the things that makes Fortnite Battle Royale so interesting is the fact that the storm doesn't do the same thing every game. Instead, you're forced to go to different locations depending on where the final circle ends up being, leading to more unique encounters and varied gameplay. You need to keep track of where the storm is actually going and what side of the storm is closing in more quickly than the other. By paying attention to these things, you'll be able to better plan your advances on the zone for a better chance to come out with a victory royale. Number 2, not gathering resources to build. Building is definitely one of the most important things to learn in Fortnite Battle Royale. The top players in the game at the moment are all master builders able to conduct grand building battles that would make the most normal players' heads spin in confusion, obviously leading to those more average and normal players getting taken out by a surprise shotgun to the back of the head because the pro has already built around them completely. But there's one thing to do with building that all players have in common, and that's that they wouldn't be able to build anything if they didn't farm mats. One of the biggest mistakes noobs make in Fortnite is not prioritizing their material gains anywhere near enough. They'll be going for loot chests and kills, but they won't take the time to cut down a tree for some wood so that they're better protected. Now, I kind of get it. You're not playing Minecraft and you don't want to be punching trees all day, but the fact of the matter is that building in Fortnite is a life or death exercise, even if it's just throwing down a couple of defensive walls after someone starts shooting at you from a distance. You don't need to be a pro master builder to need materials. Everyone needs them, because if you don't have them, then you're basically just relying on the world around you to provide cover, and pretty much everything in the world of Fortnite can be destroyed by all means. Pretend like you're playing PUBG and hide behind some trees, but then the tree gets destroyed. So what do you do next? Well, you die because you chose to stand behind the tree instead of farm it for materials, you silly goose. And as for the honorable mentions, we've got picking fights against people with guns with a pickaxe. You ever heard the saying, never bring a knife fight to a gunfight? Well, Fortnite Battle Royale has a similar phrase, never bring a pickaxe to a gunfight. Although the pickaxe has been buffed recently, because noobs probably don't know the maps or how to build to escape gunfights in the early game, they tend to do really stupid and risky things instead, and stupid and risky things like trying to pick fights against people with guns when they only have an axe. When guns like the pump-action shotgun exist and can simply one-shot you with a single blast, you really shouldn't be running up to someone in close quarters to try and beat them to death with your pickaxe. Unless, of course, it's a last resort. A pickaxe does very little damage per hit. I mean, no matter where on someone's body you hit them, to get a kill on someone with full health, that's a lot of hits. So to get a kill on someone with full health and full shield, think about how many hits that is. If you really think that you're going to kill someone with a pickaxe that needs that many shots to kill instead of them killing you with a single blast of a shotgun, well, then you probably deserve the loss, to be honest. Maybe. I don't think anybody deserves the loss, but maybe you do. Maybe. Number 1. Falling off of mountains or jumping off of a mountain and taking falling damage rather than building something and saving your health. As we've already discussed in this video, building is one of the most important things to learn in Fortnite Battle Royale. It can be used for a near limitless number of things in Fortnite, and you could build to quickly get away from one building to another to increase your looting efficiency. You could build to quickly throw up some cover in an unexpected gunfight. You could build your way up a steep hill instead of running around to make it to the zone on time. You could build to get above someone and take them out before they even realize what's happening. Oh, and you can build to save yourself from a humiliating death after jumping off of a tall mountain or building. Many noobs just don't seem to realize that they can actually build in midair, a piece of knowledge that would probably save them a whole lot from getting killed by their own accidental falls or jumps. If you're falling down the side of a mountain, it isn't exactly hard to throw a wooden staircase or wooden floor to instantly halt your descent. And from that point, it's a pretty simple matter of placing more tiles and casually hopping down the side of mountains. I guess you could think of it as turning Fortnite into a platformer game or something like that.
No!
But that just about concludes our list of the top 5 things that noobs in Fortnite Battle Royale do. If you liked the video, be sure to like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new for more top 5 gaming content. Click the extremely handy form in the description below, and be sure to submit some clips to Top 5 Gaming if you've got any awesome clips. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.